Yeah.
Thank you for being in LA.
Oh, thank you for having me. Absolutely.
We are having fun.
Absolutely.
One of your Stoke heads just called, and one of your Stoke heads lied and said she was a Stoke head, but really wasn't.
And couldn't answer the
question.
We love you anyway. It's
we
all
do.
right.
We do.
Absolutely.
You just got to listen to the music more. That's all. She just has to listen a little bit more.
Just a little brush up course.
Yeah. Do you have a Pandora station like Mint Condition has a Pandora station?
Yeah.
There's a Stokley station?
Yeah, it's Stokley
okay.
station. Yeah. Pandora, any one of the streaming. Yeah.
I have someone on the line who'd like to say hello to you.
Well, bring them on.
Hi.
Hey.
Yo.
Stokley, how you doing?
Who this? Yeah.
This is your fans. Your fans.
What is up, my good sir?
How you doing?
I am bowing right now, giving you a virtual bow.
Don't do it. Listen, I want to say congratulations.
Oh, man.
A million times. And, I remember when I first met Mint Condition, they came to Wonderland.
That's right.
And, as I was a very big fan of I didn't know his name, but the lead singer of the group, because I love the song Pretty Brown Eyes.
Yes.
And they sang it live. It was like ridiculous. But just love your voice.
Thank you, man.
Your talent.
Thank you.
Consistency. The love you have for your love of your life and the love you have for music.
Yeah, man.
And it's very true that, people want to hear instruments.
Yes.
All the other stuff is great. It's exciting. But when you hear real musicians play that can really play, and can really sing and all that kind of good stuff, it's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
It's unforgettable.
Absolutely.
It's like hearing a symphony live orchestra playing. It's like you don't ever forget it.
Man.
And I'm just happy for you, your career, and you need to get some singing lessons.
Give? You mean get some from you, right?
No, give some. Some of the people to understand so many things about music, intonation, and all those wonderful things that, we love to hear.
Yeah, man. Well, I just got to thank you, of course, man. You are from that school, and you've laid down so much. We're still trying to figure out what the hell you were doing, You've covered so much ground and given us so much inspiration. So, again, as I always tell you when I see you, man, I thank you so much. We can't thank you on behalf of the whole music community. Can't thank you enough for all the lessons from all inside of music, the musicality that you delivered, over and over, countless times. And it's amazing. And just to know you and have you, congratulate me, just an amazing thing. So I really, thank God and, thank God for you and everything that we do. And, man, I really appreciate you. Appreciate it. They give me some more fire. So I appreciate that.
We have to heal the world. That we have to feed the world love. That's right. And that information has to continue on and on through generations and generations. We have to have the commitment of spreading that through our song. Right. The songs are unforgettable. Yeah, that's right. That emotion, that place. So I like the single too. I texted you actually a message. I sent it to Tammi. Did you get it, Tammi?
I got it.
No, he sent it to me, Stokley.
Oh, okay.
He did send a message. I was supposed to give you a message, but I was going to wrap up with that message.
Right.
And then he made the phone call because he's probably listening, and he was like, she ain't gave him my message yet. Let me deliver it myself.
I appreciate it.
What's wrong with her?
I'm blaming on you, Dad.
Now, really, go on and do your thing. I just wanted to say congratulations.
Thanks, man.
And lots of success. God bless you. Keep you well.
Thank you, man.
And keep your music.
Radio Free 102.3, KJLH Compton, Los Angeles, and worldwide on the KJLH app.
Well, sometimes when you're doing radio, It happens, and particularly when I'm doing it.
Uh-oh. Cut off.
How did she lose her job?
I'm about to say, uh-oh. Looking at, uh-oh.
Certain time, you got to ID the station. So want to make sure you keep your licenses.
That's right.
Well, I love it. Don't forget that part.
That's right. Keep the lights on. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. Really, anytime I see you, and it's all love. So I'm gonna stay out here, sonic healing sonically as we do. And man, it's just it's been an incredible ride this far, and I'm looking for more. So hopefully we get in here and do this song we've been talking about for years and years together. At some point,
There's so many things we can write about. There's this whole thing of trafficking that's going on. Mm-hmm. Someone's telling me some 70,000 women are missing, black women. Man. And we got to deal with that. That's can't even believe it.
Yeah, I know. It's just to wrap your head around that one. It's just how is that even possible?
We gotta make this army of love ever strong.
That's right.
Anyway, go ahead and do, because we'll be talking forever. Be like,
man, I know.
On the phone with you.
I do have a radio show here, guys.
That's right. I get lost in it, hanging on his words. I'm like,
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks for calling in, Stevie.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Tammi.
So the message was, because I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
Please tell Stokley that I'm so happy that he's come to KJLH, and I wish that I could have been there with y'all just to celebrate his greatness as an artist, but too as a wonderful spirit. I love the new song. Talk with you soon. God bless.
All right.
And he's not lying when he says he loves the new song. The very first day I played it, he called and was like, "What's that?"
All right.
And I said, it's Stokley. He was like, I love that.
Word.
I love that. When I say I have it on repeat, he's got it on repeat too. Stevie Wonder has that joint on repeat too.
That's everything.
So he'll call in and request it. I'm like, I just played it, Steve.
So when you talk about awards, that's the kind of award I'm talking about. That means something to me. So that, yes, we love the shiny stuff and the bronzy looking. That's great, but that's everything. You know what I mean? Just a pat on the back, from someone as if you're your mentor, your teacher. They didn't even know they've been mentoring this whole time.
Wow.
Now I'm sure he knows now.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's everything. So that's an award, and to have him over and over, just the consistency. That's all you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed he mentioned your consistency, and I thought, wow, Stokley has been rather consistent.
Yeah.
How do you stay consistent in this ever-changing world?
I think really just trying to dig deep and just really, realizing, keeping your artistry about you. Whatever's going on, whatever the latest enforced trends or styles are, keeping your integrity about you. It's fine to know what's going on. I'm always staying abreast of what's happening, but you keep your integrity about you and just stay the course. You know what I mean? You practice on your craft. You know what I mean?
Here's something fun I want to talk to you about. My producer, Emmett, and I have had this ongoing argument about music, okay?
Yeah.
So he thinks, am I lying, Emmett? You already know where I'm going. This has been ongoing. He thinks that Tank is too old to be singing songs where he's saying he's a savage in bed.
This is the thing about art. Express yourself.
Is there ever a time to be too old to be singing about slaying the coop?
I think that, I think what happens sometimes is like, why is it that there's certain things that kids can get away with, right? And then we get as adults, we're like, well, you can't do that anymore. Well, why not? You're still human. You still got the same feelings. And, I think the older we get, socially, it seems to be taboo. Or like when you see an older person who's very like, I know I have some older friends and women who are like very like in their 70s, like sexually aware and proud of that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So they're the same way they were when they were like 20. So for someone to stop telling that woman, oh, you can't be so sexy or whatever, so I get it, and I don't know, it's a personal taste and whatever your sensibility is. I think, Tank, if you want to take off your chest, go ahead, bro, express yourself. If you sweating, it get too hot, he's out there murdering it, But
he's murdering it.
What
is he murdering?
And if he can, why not? Go ahead and I'm sure everybody can't do that, and it's go ahead and express yourself, man.
Why is it that your music is more sensual versus sexual? Do you get the difference between
Because I'm a sensual person. You take everything. I think everybody has that about them. It's just and that's everything from taste to touch to sound. They say that artists are the most sensitive people in the world because they just write on everything. They hear conversations and they spit, filters through them, spits back out the way that it does. If you taste something, if you smell something, that's why we're descriptive in lyrics. People who write lyrics and that kind of thing, and it's just you have to remain aware like that. It's just we are kind of like the surveyors or just kind of look at life, and this is just our interpretation of it, and we just spit it out, and hopefully you resonate. It resonates with somebody, but it's I'm more sensual in that way. I can be sexual, because that's a part of humanity as well. You know what I mean? So, but I think sex is only one aspect of it, and there's so many different ways you can color that before you actually get to the actual sex part.
Because so when you broke out into your solo career, introducing Stokley, why didn't you feel the need? Because music had changed drastically. Like you and I talked about earlier, there are no more mint condition bands. And music has changed drastically in terms of what they say, how they speak, and what they're talking about. So why did you not feel the need to go hard, to talk about being savage in the bed, to talk about being lit and dope? Like, why didn't you curtail your lyrics to what the world is today?
Well, I do, just in my own way. It's just like that's not my verbiage. You know what I mean? So I can do that. I'm just I'm trying to color it a little differently. So there's nothing wrong with that, and I think I honestly feel like there's enough of that, and that's great. That's fine. There's times where I want to hear it like that, just raw, rough, and I'm like, okay, then I'm just trying to put some paint where there ain't in some areas. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
some paint where there ain't.
Yeah, you know what I mean. All the paint is over here. This
is this side missing.
Yeah. So
okay.
You know what I mean? So just to balance it out a little bit. So that's just I figure that's a lane, and I'm not the only person doing it, but it's just my brand, my style, and I can I'll throw a couple things in there, but you got to listen for it and know that it's colored, the different metaphors and that kind of thing. So that's, the art of lyric writing and as well as the production, all these things that I get into. And, that's, I'm close to the way that I feel like that, just sensual, just taking everything, not just what's below the waist. That's easy, Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's...
And it's it sells because it's still taboo, and that kind of thing. But the more taboo we make it, then the more, you know what I mean? It's just like... The
more gimmicky it becomes,
you know what I mean? And Europeans don't really have that problem like that. Not really. It's just like, being, I've seen a woman like topless, it's not really, unless you put it in that context, but just saying a woman like breastfeeding, it's different. Here, that we make it a big deal.
Right.
So we have all these hang-ups.
Yeah.
So hang-ups a big deal, put a curtain over it. It's like, oh, you're not supposed to know that. So it's like, well, what's back there?
It's interesting you say that. I was interviewing, his name is Maguette Fall. Maguette Fall is a percussionist who's played with Stevie Wonder, and also he played on the Black Panther soundtrack. And I was interviewing him along with a young lady named Cara Mac. And Cara Mac is a dancer, so she kind of choreographed Kendrick Lamar's Grammy performance, or helped with Fatima.
Nice.
And she specializes in African dance. And I asked her about twerking in America and how similar that was to African dance. And she said the reason why Black women get a bad rep is because America sexualizes everything.
That's
and
right.
You just
That's
said
right.
that.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And I came from African dance troupes it's my background. So a lot of these dances that I see, they weren't sexually, they like even twerking that movement, it wasn't that. And there's a lot of African dance movements that are more spiritual, which we sexualize when it comes here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's exactly that. So, and I've seen the dances over and over and over and over. It's amazing what we do. And it's innate. It's like, why are they doing that then? Do they know where that comes from? Why it's done like that? You know what I mean? So it's definitely, it's a thing, man. And it's so one-dimensional. So again, with the sensuality thing, there's just everybody just concentrating in this one area, and it's going to bang it out till it's, even like one of the best to do it. Again, Prince, talk about him. I mean, he was like overt, over the top with it.
Oh yeah, soft and wet.
But yeah,
let's just go back to the one you talked about.
But I mean, talk about changing and really, turning the corner. He was always one ahead of the game. So it's like, okay, enough of that. I've done that.
Let me do something else.
It's kind of boring to talk about it, but he can also run the gamut and talk about sex in a way you won't even know he's talking about it. You guys, so make you think a little bit deeper and broader. So it's low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? So,
I got it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Was Prince the new Prince when you sang background on musicology?
The new Prince? What do you mean?
Well, the new Prince is the one that is not sexual.
Yes, for sure. More spiritual.
Like he stopped singing "Darling Nikki" at any of his concerts.
That's right. Yeah, and not cussing all that stuff. Yeah, he was the new reformed version of himself. Yeah. He always had that. I mean, had that quadruple duality to him. Which is the thing that made him dynamic.
Right. I think. I don't want to say what Stevie's thinking, but when I hear Stevie Wonder call you consistent, I do think about the lyrics in your music and the consistency of that. That's what's been consistent to me as a fan about your music. Is the consistency of the lyrics. Like you didn't go from telling women that she's got pretty brown eyes to, oh, let me slap that thing, turn it around, and stick it in real hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't, you didn't go from that to that.
And there's another way to say that. You know what I mean? If I could mean that's like I really want to say that, but let me, since they're saying it, since there's 20 other people saying that actual lyric, you know what I mean? I don't think I need to say it like that. So let me color it up a little bit on this wall that ain't got nothing on it. You know what I mean? So.
Can we hear you sing some more?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I'm gonna play a few commercials, let you figure out what you want to do. And then we're going to come back with more Stokley.
From two-time Pulitzer Prize winner.